physical level. You've increased your sensory perceptions on a physical level. You have better reaction time. And let me give you an example of how that works.
Natural intuition.
People get caught into things that happen because they're religious. This thing happens, then they say, well, wait a minute. The Bible said this. Forget what the Bible said. It happened. Get past it. So your reaction time is slow because some people are on earth, and I'll give you something example happen. The Bible will say, well, you know, man and woman, you're supposed to be evenly yoked, and a man and woman is supposed to be married forever. Right? This is what the Bible says. That to death do you all part. And this is really why there's violence in relationships. People really kill people because they said to death do us part. So if you ain't going to be with me, I'm going to kill your ass. Let's just keep it real.
Yes, sir.
They get this fundamental illusion of reality from the Bible. So they're unable to really understand people and develop the type of social relationships that can lead to long-term relationships. They're not trying to develop on a human level to be able to deal harmoniously with others. They want to hold people to some mythological version of reality. So they're not prepared to deal with the reality of people. You're supposed to be evenly yoked to me. What the hell does that mean? There are no human beings on the earth that are 100% alike, that are clones. Wherever they're human beings, they're going to disagree on something. There's going to be some difference in their culture, in their persuasions, in their ethics. That's the white man's reality, that everybody's supposed to be the same. That's why he went and took over Africa and tried to hit them with Christianity. Because he believes that everybody should be melted out. Colonialism is nothing but clonism. He wanted to see the Native Americans look like a white man. He wanted to see Europeans look like white people in Tokyo, in China. He wanted to see all the nations of the world walking around with suits and ties on. His colonialism was clonism. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying? The European doesn't feel comfortable unless everybody is alike. He cannot deal very well with differences. He has what you call intolerance to differences. That's why everybody has to be Christian. Everybody has to be democracy. Everybody has to do this. If everybody doesn't have a democratic government, it's not right. He cannot deal with the different facets and different aspects and the reality of the universe. Which is why he tried to control everything, try to line everything up, lay concrete over all these beautiful abstract forests. He come and lay concrete over it because he can't deal with multiplicity. He's singular focused. He's confused by that which is abstract. It just totally overwhelms his mind. So he has a desire to control everything. So when he go and say, oh, you got to be evenly yoked, he's saying that this person has to be a clone to you. And if they're not your clone, then y'all shouldn't even work together. But the basis of relationships, not to get off my subject point, but to make this very point, is to relate to that which is different from you. Why would you have to relate if the person is the exact same as you? There will be no way to relate. So a relationship is based upon differences of people's mindset, of people's attitudes, of people's preferences. And they relate, they find common interests there. But the fact that you have to find common interests and you have to relate means that there are a lot of differences. So that means nobody on the planet are evenly yoked. But everyone has the potential to relate positively, harmoniously to other people. That therein lies, that exists. And if a person is striving to make good relationships, they're better off at the person who's saying, oh, you don't fit up to what I say you should do. You're not who I say you should be. So forget you. The hell with you. Do you understand the point I'm making? Kill them. This is the type of mentality that the European has. The intelligent person will say, well, I know we're different. And nature has provided room for these differences. Nature has allowed these differences to exist. That's why so many thousands, hundred thousands of species of animals. Because difference is a reality. The European cannot stand difference. That's why he wants New World Order and one world government. He wants it all to be the same, everyone to be alike, everybody to do the same thing at the same time. That does not work. That's why there are wars. That's why there are violence, because of that mentality. It's an intolerance of other humanity, of humanity in and of itself. It wants to make humanity, which is a product of nature, conform to man's ideology. Humanity will never conform to man's ideology. The very attempt to do that is to cause destruction and mayhem. Humanity will always transcend man's ideology. There will never be no supreme permeating ideology that all human beings will ever conform to. It will never exist. It never has and never will. But this European, he himself don't study the history that he sold through compulsion, force other people to study. History has always shown you that there will have always been differences in people, in societies, in cultures. There have always been differences. And all of a sudden he thinks that he can unify the whole world. And we all can come together under one type of clone image. That's what Hitler was on, which is why they were killing people, killing the retarded people. He wanted a totalitarianism to force everybody to be the same. That's the white man's mentality. You all got to march like this, look like this, cut your hair like this, dress like this. That's his mentality. Because he could not stand difference. It was too confusing. He had a constant headache dealing with the complexities of multiplicity. So he tried to even it out.